So that's our mama over there, Lagginhorn, South Ridge. You're gonna enter it from the right side that you can see over here, and then go up and along the ridge and get to the very top of the Lagginhorn, which is like 4,000 something 9 meters.
With mountaineering, sometimes you reach the summit, and sometimes you learn a lesson. On this trip to climb Lagginhorn, we got both a summit and a lesson, or maybe even 3 lessons. I've read that in the last 30 days there have been 5 fatalities on Lagginhorn. This is unusually high, but still I thought it could be a good time to share some of our lessons from the mountain. In this video we're going to take a look at the Südgrad, that's the South Ridge, route of Lagginhorn, and we'll share 3 mountaineering lessons we learnt that day. We had a nice hike up to Hohsaas at 3,200 meters. We met some of the locals also enjoying the sun. I think these guys are called chamois. They're a kind of alpine goat antelope, and this was a mother with 2 kids. We arrived at Hohsaas with a great view over the glacier where we spent the night. Okay, let's take a look at the route now. The route is graded AD. It takes about 6 hours to ascend and 2 to 3 hours to descend. In our case, the descent ended up being much longer, but more on that later. We had a very early start from the hut and quickly got into a glacial climb. This was done in darkness, so I don't have much to show from here, but at the end there was a very large crevasse which we managed just about to step over. Sunrise hit as we reached the ridge. We followed the South Ridge all the way up to the summit. You can see here that we took a wrong turn. We had to downclimb again to regain the proper route. We reached the summit just in time to get a view before the clouds rolled in. We then started on the descent, and this is where our mistakes started to catch up to us. We missed the last cable car down to Südgrad. This added almost an extra 1,000 meters of descent onto the end of an already very long day. Here we are on the ridge when the sun first hit. It was one of the most spectacular sunrises I've seen. But we didn't have time to enjoy it. We knew we had to keep moving.
All right. Oh yeah.
We kept pushing on and forgot to eat. Neither of us were taking in any calories over the next 6 hours of climbing. This first mistake likely caused the second mistake. While pushing on, we took a right where we should have taken a left. We climbed up a really difficult section, which in hindsight was much too difficult climbing to be the real route. Luckily, we realized our mistake after a few minutes, but then we had to down climb that difficult section again. This one mistake cost us way more time than just sitting down for 2 minutes to scoff a sandwich. The third mistake was again caused by the first two. We'd been pushing on for hours without a break or any food. It was taking much longer than planned because of our navigation error, and we started to really slow down. You can see here that our pace is much lower than it would be normally. Fortunately, this fatigue didn't end up in any climbing mistakes. But being slow is also dangerous. The longer you're out, the more exhausted you get, and the weather can always catch you.
I'm exhausted, but we're almost there. Maybe like an hour or two, probably 2 hours away.
When we finally made it to the summit, it was very late in the day, and we had to make moves to get down.
So how did you enjoy it?
Ask me tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
What do you think about it now?
Right now I'm exhausted and I just want to go home. I want a Krummschnitte and a hamburger and french fries and I want to sleep.
Okay, keep going. That's a pretty cool glacier down there. Some big ass crevasses.
But we were too late for the cable car, so we had to do 2,350 meters of descent. We managed to keep positive, and eventually Vivian did get her snacks, but it turned into a very long day. Our first mistake was not eating enough food, and this led to a second mistake, taking a wrong turn. And that mistake led us to being slow on the route and missing the cable car down. Mistakes in mountaineering can easily compound. Dealing with them well can help stop this from getting out of hand. Luckily for us, we just had a tough day in the mountains, but it could have easily been much worse. So when you're in the mountains, eat lots of food. Eat lots and lots of food. Now I'm constantly snacking on gummy bears, and I'd highly recommend it.